Hello and welcome to another 2G, 2C, Two Guys, 2Critical, a show where we criticize movies, films, directors, actors, anything we can get our hands on. We like to talk about things that other people did that we didn't do. We like to talk about things where we just sit on the couch and be entertained, and then we criticize it, saying that sucked, why did I watch that, or that was amazing, and I want to tell you, the viewer, about it. So, we are your host. I am Benny. This is
Luke, and you're not my father.
Still not his father.
This is our third part in our first pilot episode. Thanks for bearing with us so far.
1.5. We have a lot of favorites, a lot of things to talk about.
And today we're going to be talking about favorite actors. We're going to start with Ben, one of his favorite actors.
I'm not in any order, but I'm going to go right away with Clint Eastwood, one of my favorite. He's done 50 movies, more than 50 movies now. Speaking of directing and acting, and I'm directing, and I don't know. But yeah, he's done so many movies. My favorites are his westerns. I think when he was younger.
Plains Drifter.
Yeah, I do like his new stuff. I think he's an amazing director. Gran Torino.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always want to make sure I say things correctly. Yeah, that movie was freaking cool. I love that movie. He was he was a badass in that movie, and I really thought that movie was good. So he is definitely one of my favorite men to watch on the golden screen.
One of mine, Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Holy crap, can this man act? He kind of acts like the same person in all of his movies.
He's insane.
Scorsese kind of had to break his Nicholson-isms for The Departed, which was also done really well.
Yeah.
But Jack Nicholson, he's kind of a jerk in real life, but how can you blame him? The way he acts, he can act however he wants in real life.
Yeah, that's my number 2. I'm gonna go right with you with Jack Nicholson. I love him. Like, you watch The Shining, and I'm just mesmerized. And I think those are my actors that I love to watch, where you get so captivated. Him as the Joker in the 80s. I mean, honestly, no disrespect to Heath Ledger, because I thought he did an unbelievable job at that character. But Jack Nicholson is the Joker, and in The Shining, I thought he was the Joker. He's just crazy. Number 2 for you.
My number 2 is going to have to be Bill Murray.
That's actually not my number 3. We're going to tie it together again. Bill Murray, one of my favorite. What About Bob is probably one of my favorite comedies of all time.
Ghostbusters for me.
Yeah, Ghostbusters, of course.
The flowers are still standing. Groundhog Day?
Yeah, Groundhog is funny too.
What day is it? It's Groundhog Day. Again?
I'll talk about Bill Murray later in this episode. But yeah, Bill Murray, one of the funniest men alive. Number 3 for you.
Number 3 for me is going to have to be Dustin Hoffman. I don't even know what to say about him.
Most of you are like, who? Who's Dustin Hoffman? Because he hasn't been anything really recently, honestly.
He played Hook in Hook.
He was Hook.
It's one of those movies that raised me. It caught me at the right time.
Yeah. But talk about why you love Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman. I mean, he's one of the greatest method actors. He can put himself in almost any situation. When they were trying to interview him to play Ratso Rizzo for Midnight Cowboy, the person who was going to be interviewing him met him at a place he told them to meet him at, and he was playing a beggar on the street, and they didn't recognize him. He came up and was like, "Hey, I'm Dustin Hoffman." It's like, "Oh, you got the part. Congratulations."
Number 4, right?
Number 3 for you.
No, I think it's 4 for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's 4. Al Pacino. Love Al Pacino. He blew me away in Godfather 2.
And 1.
Yeah, but 2 he starts becoming, I feel like, the Al Pacino that we know. There's something about him, like, he just so gripping. Yeah, he's just
he's a wild cannon.
Even in Heat, like, he's so like angry all the time when he plays the characters. Yeah, Al Pacino, definitely one of my favorites. Number 4 for you.
My number 4 is Robert De Niro. Talking about Taxi Driver and Goodfellas and all these Scorsese movies. Robert De Niro, you can't touch him. Except Pacino, maybe.
Yeah.
and they're rarely in a movie together.
And you know what's funny that I think it was what was the movie that they were in together?
Heat,
No, yeah,
Godfather 2,
they were in those movies, but it was more recent. It was like
Righteous Kill.
Yeah, Righteous Kill.
I won't watch it. I'm afraid to watch it.
It wasn't that good, and it was funny because I was really anticipating it because these two haven't been together in so like 20 years or whatever it's been, and I can't wait to see it. And I like all his old stuff. I really don't, and I hate when De Niro tries to be funny. Like he's not funny.
Like in Meet the Parents.
Yeah. Number 5 for me is Robert Downey Jr. I love him.
I like him.
Yeah, I think he's hilarious. I love his sarcasm. I love his wit. I love and it's funny thing is about I really can't say that any of his movies are my favorites or really good. I did like Iron Man. A movie that most people don't like is Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Go watch Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
I liked it.
It's Val Kilmer's pretty funny in it too, but
it was funny.
That's what I'm talking about when I talk about Robert Downey Jr. Like he's just funny and witty and sarcastic, and I think that's how I am. I'm
You're Robert Downey Jr.
the third. Number 5 for you?
My number 5 is gonna be Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Just the everyman that is like the ultimate hero. So much.
Only in the 80s though.
Yeah, he's pretty much stuck in the 80s. Did he do anything much in the 90s?
He's done a million movies.
Yeah, but it's like
they
Sabrina.
Good? Were they good?
And like Witness was good.
Yeah.
Witness was okay. But
Han Solo, Indiana Jones, Blade Runner, those are the movies that we're talking about.
He's just like the quintessential like downtrodden hero that every normal guy can relate to.
Yeah.
He's not Mel Gibson, he's not Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's like the regular guy that needs a shave and to lose a few pounds.
And he needs a gun. He's not a...
He needs a gun. He can do some punches, but he usually gets saved by like a gun or a propeller of an airplane. Go watch Raiders of the Lost Ark if you haven't seen it.
So now we're going to do our little segments of the week. So we're going to go through 3 of them. Mine, all 3 segments connect because I like to be... I don't even know, connect. Full circle.
He likes circles.
Circles. So I'm going to say my movie that I watched this week is Moonrise Kingdom. It was the second time that I watched it. I felt like I needed to watch it again. If you haven't seen Moonrise Kingdom, go watch it.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's a good flick. It's short, won't waste you any time. Which will tie into the rest of my segments here. But your movie that you watched this week, Luke, is?
My movie that I watched this week was Expendables 2. I didn't really watch it though. I turned it off halfway. I was not impressed. I liked the first one. It was fun seeing everyone together, but the second one...
It was really short. It didn't really...
it's not doing anything for me.
Yeah, it didn't really develop any characters or do anything.
They're all so old.
Next segment. Movie suggestion of the week. Mine is Fantastic Mr. Fox. If you haven't seen this little kind of... I don't even know how they made it. It's like not claymation. It's like fabricmation. It's like made out of
Fabricmation.
But it was hilarious. If you haven't seen it, it's honestly one of my favorite movies too. I love watching that movie. I think it's so funny. George Clooney did an amazing job with his voice.
My suggestion is going to be the movie Hitchcock with Anthony Hopkins. It's a great inside look at all of the trials and problems that Hitchcock was having while making Psycho. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like it's like a history book to the making of Psycho. Critics weren't crazy about it. I was. I loved it.
There was a lot. He went through a lot to make that movie. Like there was a lot of frustrations, a lot of complications with that movie but yeah.
It broke a lot of new grounds for film after that movie. You couldn't show a toilet in a movie until Psycho was made.
My someone you should know for this week is the director Wes Anderson. If you have not heard of Wes Anderson, you probably know who he is. You just don't know. But definitely get to know him. He did direct Moonrise Kingdom. He did direct Fantastic Mr. Fox. One of my favorites is Life Aquatic with Bill Murray's in it. Royal Tenenbaums.
Rushmore.
He's definitely been influenced a lot by Hitchcock, and I think it definitely was influenced by Kubrick with how he sets up the frames. He's very particular in everything he does.
And I'm going to go with an actor, Christopher Walken. Yeah, baby. How do you not love Christopher Walken? He's one of those, like, unheard of actors. It's like everyone knows him, but they don't know his name.
Or vice versa.
Or vice versa. You know, Pulp Fiction, The Deer Hunter, and so many movies.
Which James Bond movie was he in, Luke?
I don't remember. I just know he was a bad guy in a James Bond movie.
He was. Christopher Walken is one of the amazing actors. If you seriously don't know who he is, well, I don't know where you've been, but yeah, get to know him.
So I think that finally wraps up all 3 parts of our first pilot episode of Two Guys, 2Critical.
Please comment below. Tell us what you think. We want to know. We'll definitely start talking about your comments. If you have movie suggestions or people that you think we should know,
let us know.
Let us know. If you totally disagree with us, let us know. We are all very critical when it comes to movies, but we're 2 guys, 2Critical. So thanks for watching again.
We talk a lot, but we're also good listeners.
We do listen.
Comment, rate, subscribe, and as always, go watch something.
Go watch something right now.
Thanks for watching, guys. You couldn't show a toilet in a movie until Psycho was made.
What's wrong with that?
Well, now you know. It's dirty.
We all see them. We see toilets every day. I just got off the toilet.
Now you'll see them differently.
Yes.